sung together. So everybody, please do participate. Don't feel shy. We're here in front of Krishna and Rama and Gaurnitai, singing their names. So please don't be shy. Please join us and sing. माझे माहेर पंढरी Repeat after me. माझे माहेर पंढरी माझे माहेर पंढरी माझे आहे भीवरे छाती रे आहे भीवरे छाती रे छाती रे माझे माहेर पंढरी आहे भीवरे छाती रे आहे भीवरे बाप आणि आई माझी विठ्ठल रखुमाई माझी विठ्ठल रखुमाई माझे विठ्ठल रखुमाई माझे माहेर पंढरी आहे भीवरे छाती रे माझे माहेर पंढरी आहे भीवरे छाती रे पुंडलिक राहे बंधू पुंडलिक राहे बंधू पुंडलिक राहे बंधू पुंडलिक राहे बंधू त्याची ख्याती काय सांगू त्याची ख्याती काय सांगू त्याची ख्याती काय सांगू माझे माहेर पंढरी आहे भीवरे छाती रे ओ माझे माहेर पंढरी आहे भीवरे छाती रे एक जनार्दनी शरण एक जनार्दनी शरण एक जनार्दनी शरण करी माहेराची आठवण माहे माझे पंढरी आहे भीवरे छाती रे एक जनार्दनी शरण करे माहेराची आठवण माझे माहेर पंढरी आहे भीवरे छाती रे माझे माहेर पंढरी आहे विवरेच्या तीरी माझे माहेर पंढरी आहे विवरेच्या तीरी माझे माहेर पंढरी आहे विवरेच्या तीरी पांडुरंग 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 विठ्ठल 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 माझे माहेर पंढरी आहे विवरेच्या तीरी माझे माहेर पंढरी आहे विवरेच्या तीरी माझे माहेर माझे माहेर माझे माहेर पंढरी आहे विवरेच्या तीरी. The next abhang is kind of a popular abhang. It's called Sakha Panduranga. Sakha meaning friend, Panduranga. He's like our friend. So let's keep this dancing friend Vitthala in our hearts and join me for this next piece. Abhir gulal udalit ranga Abhir gulal udalit ranga Abhir gulal udalit ranga Abhir gulal udalit ranga 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 Abhir gulal उदलित रंग 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 अभिर गुलाल उदलित रंग नाथ गरे नाचे माझा सखा पांडुरंग नाथ गरे नाचे माझा सखा पांडुरंग नाथ गरे नाचे माझा सखा पांडुरंग रंग रंग नाथ गरे नाचे माझा सखा पांडुरंग उंबरत्या शिखेसे शू आम्ही जाते हिन उंबरत्या शिखेसे शू आम्ही जाते हिन रूप तुझे कैसे पाहू त्यात आम्ही लीन रूप तुझे कैसे पाहू त्यात आम्ही लीन पायशी हो डंग गोनिय भंग पायशी हो डंग गोनिय भंग नाथ गरे नाचे माझा सखा पांडुरंगा नाथ गरे नाचे माझा सखा पांडुरंगा आषाढी कार्तिके भक्तजन येती आषाढी कार्तिके भक्तजन येती आषाढी कार्तिके भक्तजन येती आषाढी कार्तिके भक्तजन येती पंढरीच्या वालवंती संत गोल होती पंढऱ्याची वालवंती संत गोल होती चोका म्हणे नाम चोका म्हणे नाम घेता भक्त होती ढंग चोका म्हणे नाम घेता भक्त होती ढंग चोका म्हणे नाम घेता भक्त होती रंग 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 नाथ गरे नाचे माझा सखा पांडुरंग नाचे माझी नाचे माझा सखा पांडुरंग अभिर गुलाल उदलित रंग अभिर गुलाल उदलित रंग 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 नाथ गरे नाचे माझा सखा पांडुरंगा 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 नाथ गरे नाचे माझा सखा पांडुरंगा. Please repeat after me for the Vitthal Namam. Panduranga, 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 Panduranga. Panduranga, 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 Panduranga. Panduranga, 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 Panduranga. Panduranga, 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 Panduranga. Vithala, 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 Vithala. 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 ವಿಠಲ 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 ವಿಠಲ್ 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 ವಿಠಲ ವಿಠಲ್ 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 ವಿಠಲ ವಿಠಲ್ 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 ವಿಠಲ 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 ಅಭೀರ ಗುಲಾಲ ಉದಲಿದ ರಂಗ ಅಭೀರ ಗುಲಾಲ ಉದಲಿದ ರಂಗ ನಾದಗರಿ ನಾಜೆ ಮಜಾ ಸಖ ಪಾಂಡುರಂಗ 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 ರಂಗ ರಂಗ ನಾದಗರಿ ನಾಜೆ ಮಜಾ ಸಖ ಪಾಂಡುರಂಗ ಸಖ ಪಾಂಡುರಂಗ ಸಖ ಪಾಂಡುರಂಗ. We'll finish off with a small Purandaradasa Namavali. ತಂಬೂರಿ ಮೀಟಿದವ ಭವಾಬ್ದಿ ದಾಟಿದವ ತಾಳವ ತಟ್ಟಿದವ ಸುರರುಣು ಸೇವಿದವ ತಂಬೂರಿ ಮೀಟಿದವ ಭವಾಬ್ದಿ ದಾಟಿದವ ತಾಳವ ತಟ್ಟಿದವ ಸುರಗಳು ಸೇವಿದವ. Please repeat after me. ತಂಬೂರಿ ಮೀಟಿದವ ಭವಾಬ್ದಿ ದಾಟಿದವ ತಾಳವ ತಟ್ಟಿದವ ಸುರಗಳು ಸೇವಿದವ ಗೆಜಯ ಕಟ್ಟಿದವ ಕಲ್ಮಶ ಮೋಡಿದವ ಗೆಜಯ ಕಟ್ಟಿದವ ಕಲ್ಮಶ ಮೋಡಿದವ ಗಾನವ ಪಾಡಿದವ ಗಾನವ ಪಾಡಿದವ ಮೂರುದಿ ನೋಡಿದವ ಮೂರುದಿ ನೋಡಿದವ ವಿಠಲನ ನೋಡಿದವ ವಿಠಲನ ನೋಡಿದವ ವೈಕುಂಠತೆ ಓಡಿದವ ತಂಬೂರಿ ಮೀಟಿದವ ಭವಾಬ್ದಿ ದಾಟಿದವ ತಾಳವ ತಟ್ಟಿದವ ಸುರಗಳು ಸೇವಿದವ ಗೆಜಯ ಕಟ್ಟಿದವ ಕಲ್ಮಶ ಮೋಡಿದವ ಗಾನವ ಪಾಡಿದವ ಮೂರುದಿ ನೋಡಿದವ ವಿಠಲನ ನೋಡಿದವ ವಿಠಲನ ನೋಡಿದವ ವಿಠಲನ ನೋಡಿದವ ವೈಕುಂಠತೆ ನೋಡಿದವ ಪಾಂಡುರಂಗ 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 ಕೀ. ಹರೇ ಕೃಷ್ಣ.
Hare Krishna. Jai Shri Bhagavan ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna Mahamantra ki jai. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Please repeat. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Everybody, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. One more time. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. One more time. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. The Hare Krishna Maha Mantra is the recommended mantra in this age of Kali Yuga to connect to Krishna directly, and also to constantly chant the names of the Lord and go back to Godhead. That's the real purpose of human life. We're not meant to rot in the material world of birth, old age, disease, and death. We're meant to prepare ourselves to go back to the spiritual world. And the way to prepare ourselves to go back to the spiritual world, we have to chant the names of God. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. The three names, Hare Krishna and Rama, will help us to remember Krishna and never forget Krishna. If we just do those two things, always remember Krishna, never forget Krishna, you are preparing yourself for the moment of death where you can chant Hare Krishna and go back to the spiritual world. So practice makes perfect. We should constantly practice chanting the Hare Krishna mantra and engaging in devotional service, seva. Seva is the way to connect to God or Krishna. When Krishna sees that you are offering him homage, you're bowing down to him, you are offering your food first before you eat. You offer your food first to Krishna, and then he offers it back to you as his mercy or prasadam. When we say food, it's only food that does not have meat or fish or eggs or anything like that. All vegetables. And in this way, we become enamored by serving Krishna, offering food to Krishna, and he offers it back as his prasad. So if we eat only prasadam, we become sanctified. Our body becomes purified, our mind becomes purified, and we're able to understand what is our real purpose in life. Sometimes people don't really understand, what am I really supposed to do in this life? Should I become should I work in Microsoft? Should I become a thief? Should I do this? Should I do that? They don't really know what is their real purpose in life. But if you read Bhagavad Gita, the real purpose in life is clearly explained. We have all come from Krishna originally, and we are all meant to go back to Krishna. Why did we come to this material world? We became mesmerized by something in the material world, and because of that, we left Krishna and came here. But when you leave Krishna and come in the material world, you begin to suffer, you begin to get confused about what is the purpose of life, and you can spend many, many lifetimes over and over again trying to figure out who you are and what you are actually supposed to do in this life. However, if you come in contact with genuine devotees of Krishna and you're able to ask questions and you engage in devotional service, beginning with chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. The Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. This is the great mantra for liberation from the cycle of birth and death. So we should take this seriously. We're not meant to rot in the material world and continually go through different types of bodies, and not always a human body. If you have a human body now, that means we went through the 8,400 species of life to come to the human body. And in the human body, if we use it simply to eat, sleep, mate, and defend, we are basically wasting our time, and we'll go back to the animal kingdom. But if we use the human body with the intelligence and all the other assets of being a human being, we can change our destiny. We are all destined to go back to the spiritual world where we came from. If we didn't come from the spiritual world, there'd be no question of going back to the spiritual. But originally, we were all with Krishna. But because of limited free will, we left Krishna voluntarily and got caught in the cycle of birth and death. Why would we leave Krishna? It's because of ignorance. But now, Krishna has come back and trying to help us in every way to remember him, to engage in his service, and go back to our original place, which is Vaikuntha, the place where there is no anxiety, fear, or death. Vaikuntha. Kunta means miseries. So Vaikuntha means the place where there are no miseries. So we should very carefully hear lectures given by genuine devotees. We should ask questions. Without asking questions, we never learn anything. So by questions, we begin to learn things. And that means that if you ask a question, that means you actually are hearing the lecture, and there are certain points that you want clarified. We shouldn't just hear and not ask a question. We should be very, very, let's say, enthusiastic to learn more and more about what is the real purpose of life and how to attain that purpose of life. So today I'm going to read from the Bhagavad Gita and chapter 7 and verse number 3. And you can please repeat after me. Out of many thousands among men. Out of many thousands among men. Repeat. One may endeavor for perfection. And of those who have achieved perfection, hardly one knows me in truth. Manusyanam sahasresu kaschit jatati siddhaye yatatam apisiddhanam kaschin mam vetitattvata. Out of many thousands among men, one may endeavor for perfection. And of those who have achieved perfection, hardly one knows me in truth. So obviously, this verse is telling us that very few people are really serious about knowing God or Krishna and preparing themselves to go back to the spiritual world. Why is that? It's due to ignorance. Ignorance is very, let's say, prominent in life today. People are very, very excited about buying cars and houses and vacations and eating this and eating that. and ignoring the fact that every day that goes by is wasted because we are engaged more in mundane activities and avoiding our real duty, which is to know Krishna, to serve Krishna, and to develop love for Krishna. That is our real purpose in life. Any other purpose will just take us away from from who we really are and what we are really meant to do. So today, I'm going to read from the 7th chapter of Bhagavad Gita and verse number 3, and you can repeat after me. Out of many thousands among men, one may endeavor for perfection, and of those who have achieved perfection, hardly one knows me in truth. Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. And you can repeat after me. There are various grades of men, and out of many thousands, one may be sufficiently interested in transcendental realization to try to know what is the self, what is the body, and what is the absolute truth. Generally, mankind is simply engaged in the animal propensities, namely, eating, sleeping, defending, and mating. And hardly anyone is interested in transcendental knowledge. The first 6 chapters of the Bhagavad Gita are meant for those who are interested in transcendental knowledge, in understanding the self, the super self, and the process of realization by Jnana Yoga, Dhyana Yoga, and discrimination of the self from matter. However, Krishna can be known only by persons who are in Krishna consciousness. Other transcendentalists may achieve impersonal Brahman realization, for this is easier than understanding Krishna. Krishna is the Supreme Person, but at the same time, He is beyond the knowledge of Brahman and Paramatma. The yogis and jnanis are confused in their attempts to understand Krishna. Although His followers do not accept Krishna as such, for it is very difficult to know Krishna, even though one has transcendental realization of impersonal Brahman. Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the cause of all causes, the primeval Lord Govinda, Ishvara Parama Krishna, Satchitananda Vigraha, Anadir Adir Govinda, Sarvakarana Karanam. It is very difficult for the non-devotees to know Krishna. Although non-devotees declare that the path of bhakti or devotional service is very easy. But they cannot practice it. If the path of bhakti is so easy, as the non-devotee class of men proclaim, then why do they not take up? Why do they take up the difficult path? Actually, the path of bhakti is not easy. The so-called path of bhakti, practiced by unauthorized persons without knowledge of bhakti, may be easy, but when it is practiced factually, according to the rules and regulations, the speculative scholars and philosophers fall away from the path. Sri Rupa Goswami writes in his Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Shruti Smriti Puranadi Pancharatra Vidim Vina Aikantaki Harer Bhaktir Utpatayaiva Kalpate. Devotional service of the Lord that ignores the authorized Vedic literatures like the Upanishads, Puranas, and Narada Pancharatra is simply an unnecessary disturbance in society. It is not possible for the Brahman realized impersonalist or the Paramatma realized yogi to understand Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, as the son of Mother Yasoda or the charioteer of Arjuna. Even the great demigods are sometimes confused about Krishna. Muyanti yat suraya mam tu vedana kaschana. No one knows me as I am, Krishna says. The Lord says, and if one does know Krishna, then sa mahatma sudurlabha, such a great soul is very rare. Therefore, unless one practices devotional service to the Lord, one cannot know Krishna as he is, tatvata, opulence, and his wealth, fame, strength, beauty, knowledge, and renunciation. Because Krishna is benevolently inclined to his devotees, he is the last word in Brahman realization. And the devotees alone can realize him as he is. Therefore it is said, Atakshi Krishna Namadi Nabhaved Graham Indriyai Sevon Mukhe Hijivado Swayam Eva Purat Yada. No one can understand Krishna as he is by the blunt material senses, but he reveals himself to the devotees, being pleased with them for their transcendental, loving service unto him. Okay, now this is very profound knowledge, if we take it seriously. Why? Because the real purpose of human life is to understand our relationship with God or Krishna and act in that relationship. And then we become qualified to leave the material world and go back to the spiritual world where we came from. We were all originally with Krishna, but because of limited free will. What does that mean? Limited free will. Basically, we have two choices. Either we accept Krishna or reject Krishna in life. So, if we accept Krishna, then we will always chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, and engage in devotional service, seva for the Lord, and always talk about the Lord, always read knowledge of the Lord, always hear devotees give lectures of the Lord, always eat only Krishna prasadam, always be ready to engage in devotional service for the Lord, etc. That means that we have become real devotees of Krishna. Why? Because the alternative is to remain a mundane person in the material world that's main activity is to eat, sleep, mate, and defend without any knowledge of who Krishna is or how to please Krishna and ultimately how to love Krishna. If we have simply a mundane life, eating, sleeping, mating, and defending like the animals, at the moment of death we'll be confused. And when we die, we go back to the animal life. Animals, we were all animals originally, right? But eventually we come to the human form of life after going through the 8,400,000 species of material life. There are 8,400,000 species of life that we have gone through already to come to the human form of life. So the human form of life is very special. It's not meant to talk nonsense, eat nonsense, and be nonsense. The human form of life is to become Krishna conscious and know our relationship with God, Krishna, and act as a devotee of the Lord throughout life, and therefore be able to remember Krishna at the moment of death and go back to the spiritual world. We're not meant to stay in this material world because it's a nasty place. It's full of birth, old age, disease, and death. Nobody likes that. But we become what you would call forgetful of Krishna by mundane life, eating, sleeping, mating, and defending. And we don't pay attention to Krishna. We think, when I get to be an old man or old woman, maybe I'll spend a little time trying to understand about Krishna. But we don't know when we're going to die. We should therefore give priority to knowing our relationship with Krishna even from the earliest times in our life. This should be taught to our children, how to know Krishna and how to love Krishna and how to engage in the service of Krishna. That way, as they grow up, they will not be cheated by mundane knowledge and mundane people. They will remain devotees right up to the moment of death. So we have to wake up. Time is the most important thing that we have in our life. As soon as a moment is finished, you can't get it back. So therefore, the most precious thing we have is time. And if we use our time to know Krishna and eventually love Krishna, that's the correct way of living. But if we simply remain meat eaters, gamblers, illicit sex people, intoxicating people, or simply being mundane persons, not interested in spirituality, only interested in family life and eating, sleeping, mating, and defending, we're wasting our life. And we'll feel very sorry at the moment of death because we don't know what's going to happen to us. But a person who learns simultaneously Sat and Asat. Sat means the truth, and Asat means mundane knowledge. That should be taught simultaneously. So, what is mundane knowledge? You want to be you want to be a Indian chief, or you want to be a person in Microsoft, or you want to be something else. Those are all mundane activities. But real activities are how to know your relationship with Krishna or God and act in that relationship by devotional service. So that's what we teach in this temple. Devotional service. How to engage in service or seva for Krishna. The seva will save you. You should remember this now. The seva, meaning service to Krishna, will save you, your family, and your whole dynasty if you take it seriously. So, how to become Krishna conscious in this age of Kali Yuga, the worst age of all time? It's simple. Because it is so difficult to be Krishna conscious in Kali Yuga, Krishna has given us a special way to liberate ourselves. Simply chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. These are names of Krishna. And Krishna is in your heart. And when he hears and sees that you are interested in him because you're chanting his holy name, you give up meat eating, gambling, illicit sex, intoxication, and you take up learning about Krishna, surrendering to Krishna, and loving Krishna. Krishna takes an interest in you and will help you in every way to have a perfect spiritual life and be able to remember Krishna at the moment of death and go back to the spiritual world. That means there's no more problems. However, if we ignore Krishna in this life, we will be victims of Maya and remain in the material world suffering birth, death, old age, and disease. We're not meant to be here. We're meant to go back where we were originally with Krishna. Now, we are always with Krishna because Krishna is in our heart. But because of ignorance, we forget that. And we think that we are independent. Nobody is independent in this world. Everyone is dependent on the mercy of God. And if you ignore God, then you get bad karma. Bad karma means bad things happen to you over and over again because you cannot develop that love for the Lord. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Okay, we'll have Arti now, and we'll continue after that. So we'll just chant Hare Krishna until the Arti starts. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Maha Mantra Ki Jai.
कि बजयो जया गौर चांदे आरती कसोभा जयो जया गौर चांदे आरती कसोभा जानावी ताटवाने जगमान लोभा नावितटवाने जगमनलोभा किबा दाखिने निताय चान बामे गदाधर निकटे अद्वैत श्रीनि वासा छत्रधार किबा बोसियाचे गौरचान रत्नसिंहासन आरती कोरेना ब्रह्मा आदिदेव गाने किबा नरा हरि आदि कोरी चामरा दुलाया संजया मुकुंद बासु गोषादि गाया किबा जया जया गौरचांदे आरती कसोभा जानावी तटवाने जगमानलोभा शंखा बाजे घंटा बाजे बाजे करताला शंखा बाजे घंटा बाजे बाजे करताला माधुरा मृदंगा बाजे परमारसाला माधुरा मृदंगा बाजे परमारसाला शंखा बाजे घंटा बाजे माधुर 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 बाजे शंखा बाजे घंटा बाजे माधुर 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 बाजे माधुर 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 बाजे माधुर 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 बाजे गौरांगेरा रति कसोबा जग जान माना लोभा गौरांगेरा रतिका शोभा जगजानमाना लोभा किब बहु कोटि चंद्रजीनी वदना उज्ज्वल गाला देशे बनमाला कोरे जलमाला किबा शिवा सुका नारदा प्रेमे गदा गदा भक्ति विनोदा देखे गौरार संपादा किब जय जय गौरचांदे आरती कशोभा जानावी तटवने जगमान लोभा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Everyone. Hare Ram Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Nila Madhav, Radha Nila Madhav, Sri Radhe. Jaya Lakshmi Narasimha, Jaya Lakshmi Narasimha, Jaya Lakshmi Narasimha, Jaya Bhakta Prahlad. Jaya Sita Ram, Jaya Lakshmana Hanuman, Jaya Sita Ram, Jaya Lakshmana Hanuman. Jaya Sita Ram, Jaya Lakshmana Hanuman. Jaya Jagannatha, Jaya Baladeva, Jaya Subhadra, Jaya Sudarshana. Jagannatha, Jaya Baladeva, Jaya Subhadra, Jaya Sudarshana. O Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. O Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev.
His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Goswami Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai, Anantakoti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai, Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai, Prem Shri Kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasudeva Gaura Bhaktivinoda Ki Jai, Shri Radha Krishna Gopinath Sham Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan Ki Jai, Shri Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai, Mayapura Dham Ki Jai, Jagannath Puri Dham Ki Jai, Tulasi Bhakti Ki Jai, Shri Hare Krishna Mahamantra Ki Jai, Gaura Premanande. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Shri Guru and Shri Guranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Chant Hare Krishna and be happy. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Govinda Jaya Jaya, Gopala Jaya Jaya. Govinda Jaya Jaya, Gopala Jaya Jaya. Radha Ramana Hari, Govinda Jaya Jaya. Radha Ramana Hari, Govinda Jaya Jaya. Govinda Jaya Jaya, Gopala Jaya Jaya. Radha Ramana Hari, Govinda Jaya Jaya. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna 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 Krishna, hey! Krishna 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 Krishna, hey! Krishna 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 Krishna, hey! Rama Raghava Rama Raghava Rama Raghava Rakshamam. Rama Raghava Rama Raghava Rama Raghava Rakshamam. Krishna Keshava Krishna Keshava Krishna Keshava Pahimam. Bolo Krishna Keshava Krishna Keshava Krishna Keshava Pahimam. Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Bolo Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Bolo Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Bola Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Put it here, right here, right here. Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Bola Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Everybody who didn't chant Hare Krishna, chant now. Hare Krishna. Louder. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Rama Rama. Hare Hare. 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hey, Bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Rama, Hare. Bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Ram, Hare Hare. Everybody now, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Okay, everybody's not chanting. Everybody now. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Now I'm going to point to everybody who's not chanting. I'm going to point to everyone who is not chanting. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. I'm going to point to everyone who is not chanting. I'm going to point to everyone who's not chanting. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. This lady right here is not chanting. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Ram Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Bolo Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare. Bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Everybody chants. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram,
Bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nita Gaura Hari Bol. Nita Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nita Gaura Hari Bol. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Hey, Bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Hey, Bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, hey! Rama Raghava, Lakshman. Krishna Keshava, Pahimam. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Haribol. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Hare. Hey, bolo Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare. Krishna 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 Krishna, hey. Rama Raghava Rama Raghava Rama Raghava Rakshama. Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Haribo, Haribo. Haribo, Haribo, Haribo. Everybody chant. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Rama Rama. Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Rama Rama. Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bola Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Haribol, Haribol. Bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Ram Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Bolo Ram Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Haribo, Haribo. Nitai Gaura Premanandi Ki Jai. I have to read the feast sponsors of today. They are the following. Richa Prabhu very care on her grandmother's death anniversary. Richa Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Anusuya Devendran. Anusuya Devendran. Vikas Joshi. They are sponsors of the feast today. And Neela Desai on the death ceremony of his father, Mr. Vijay Desai. And then Sadhu Chari Das and Ragini Priya Devi Dasi on the occasion of Sigda's birthday. Is Sigda here? No? Yes? No. Oh, there she is. Is that right? Hare Krishna Sigda. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear. Happy birthday to you. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. And many more happy birthdays, dear Signa. Now, the other feast sponsors are Sadhu Charidas and Ragini Priya Devi Dasi on the occasion of Signa's birthday. So that we already said that. And then Gauranga Chandradas and family on the occasion of welcoming Pranjal back to the Vedic Cultural Center. Is Pranjal here? Okay. And also Rupa Dar on the occasion of his grandson Bodhi Jahagirdar's third month well, if I don't know if he's there. He's here. And also, Ajit Balan. Ajit Balan, on the occasion of Advaite birthdays. Okay, I guess that is his son. So, thank you very much. It's very good to sponsor the Sunday feast in the name of your loved ones. They are definitely benefited by it. Hare Krishna. Okay, let me ask, does anybody have a question? Does anybody have a question about Krishna consciousness, about what we are doing, about chanting Hare Krishna? Does anybody have a question? Please don't be afraid. I only bite after 10 o'clock at night. So, anybody have a question? Raise your hand. And don't be afraid to ask a question, because I'm sure there are many things you don't know about Krishna. Anybody, go ahead, raise your hand. Yes. I'll point to someone. You have a question, sir? Yeah. No, okay, you, sir. Wait a minute, where's the microphone? Whenever someone wears a green shirt, that means they have questions. Okay, go right ahead, sir. Hare Krishna. Is ISKCON a monotheistic religion? Yes, it is. We believe there's only one God, Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Now, there might be demigods also, but no one is equal, greater than Krishna. Everyone is subordinate to Krishna. So we are monotheistic. We believe in one God. Eka, one. Huh? Yeah. So by understanding Krishna, you will understand everything, because Krishna encompasses everything in the universe. So all you have to do is to understand Krishna, and then you'll have all knowledge that is of benefit for you in this lifetime. That means always chant Hare Krishna, eat only Krishna prasadam, regularly hear lectures about Krishna by genuine devotees, and if you can, come with the devotees on Harinam Sankirtan in the streets of Seattle, and always eat only Krishna prasadam, and always associate with genuine Krishna devotees. Then you will be Krishna conscious. Krishna consciousness is the real original culture of this world. Over time, it's been adulterated by nonsense people. But now, by the mercy of His divine grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, He has rejuvenated the bona fide practice of Krishna consciousness, chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, giving up illicit sex, intoxication, meat eating, and gambling, and engaging always in devotional service. That's the mercy of His divine grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, our Gurudev. Your Gurudev also, because he is not an ordinary person. He brought Krishna consciousness to the Western world and then went back to India to teach the Indians Krishna consciousness. They had forgotten their culture. They were trying to imitate the Americans. So first he went to the United States to make Americans Krishna conscious. Then he took back American devotees to teach to the Hindus how to be Krishna conscious again. The Hindus were trying to imitate the Americans. But then when he saw Prabhupada bringing back Americans dressed as devotees and chanting and dancing the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, then everyone got confused in India. So wait a minute, we're trying to be like them and they're like us. Therefore, maybe we missed something. Yes, they the Hindus have become adulterated by Western philosophies and Western type of living. And therefore, they have lost their luster, their real personality, and are trying to imitate Americans. But, by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, first he came to the United States, made American disciples, which he called the white elephants. And he brought the white elephants back to India to show the Indians that they were trying to imitate the white elephants rather than teaching Krishna consciousness. So now we are trying to help everybody. It doesn't matter whether you're born in India or whether you're born a Muslim or you're born an atheist or whatever. If you listen to Krishna conscious devotees preaching and you take Krishna prasadam, you can convert back to your real identity as the eternal servant of Krishna. Any questions? Any questions? Yes, Prabhu, raise your hand higher. You're trying to hide your hand. Yeah. Yeah, AI and artificial intelligence is junk. You know what junk means? Actually worse than junk. It's gunk. It's nonsense. Don't pay any attention to it. You chant Hare Krishna, that's the real knowledge. And you associate with devotees and don't get into AI or IA or whatever that stuff is. Stay away from it because it's not going to help you. You think it's going to help you make money. Maybe. But we don't want to make money. We want to make love for Krishna. That's the real thing. Love for Krishna is eternal. AI is not eternal. It's temporary. So therefore, it's not really what a devotee should be interested in. Devotees are interested in whatever is sat, eternal. So we should only deal with eternal things. Now, if we are more advanced spiritually, then we can engage with temporary things and transfer that into becoming eternal. For example, when I joined Krishna consciousness, I was a meat eater, and I was always engaged in illicit activities. But by associating with devotees, I became a devotee. So they changed my heart and my let's say, culture from being a nonsense person to being a devotee of Krishna. So that is what we are supposed to do as devotees. We should be able to help everyone become Krishna conscious so that they become qualified to have eternal life in Vaikuntha, the spiritual world, and not rot life after life in the material world. You want to rot life after life in the material world? Anybody want to rot life after life in the material world? Raise your hand. No, but we should want to become liberated from the cycle of birth and death. Hare Krishna Mahamantra ki jai. Shri Radha Nilamadhava ki jai. Gaura Premanandi Haribo, Haribo, Haribo. Jai. So, I didn't understand your question. Did I answer your question? Louder. Wait a minute, I didn't hear you. Would it speak a little bit louder and hold the microphone closer to your mouth?
When people talk to AI,
They don't know what? Okay, AI, yeah.
Yeah, they think that it looks like a real person, like who's intelligent, which has knowledge of a lot of information from a lot of religion, a lot of science, and many things actually. And it may be like shock of a person who talk to this AI. And I have actually one idea about the difference. Like intelligent, artificial intelligence, like material element, don't have desire to love Krishna. And there are no spiritual spark inside. So it's like that body. If we use it, it can be looks like a real thing. But if we don't use it, it just like that material. Uh, People have
Okay, one second. I get your thought. Right away, when something is artificial intelligence, that means it's nonsense because it's artificial. It's not real. You understand? The word artificial, look it up on a dictionary right now. Somebody look it up on a dictionary. What does the word artificial mean? So we have to use the dictionary definition of the words we're using. What does it mean? Okay, wait a minute. Stand. Give him the microphone.
Is from Oxford, made or produced by human beings rather than occurring naturally, especially as a copy of something natural.
Yeah, a copy of something natural, you see? But it's not a real copy. It's some, huh? Go. Louder, louder.
The second meaning is insincere or affected.
What?
Insincere.
No, you're not pronouncing the word correctly.
Insincere.
Oh, insincere. Yes. What does insincere mean? You're not genuine. You're not honest. That is what AI is. It's not really honest. It's something artificial. And that's why it's called artificial intelligence. It's not real intelligence. Real intelligence is Krishna consciousness, knowing your relationship with Krishna and acting in that relationship. Now you're a real person. But if you're just an artificial AI person, you're not a real person. You're doing something that is artificial. Look up the definition of artificial. Artificial. What is?
Either insincere or affected.
Insincere or?
Affected. Affected.
No, you're not pronouncing it correctly.
Affected. A-F-F-E-C-T.
Okay, just use the first one. Insincere, right? So AI is insincere. It's not real. It's something that's made up to make money, not to really educate people. Of course, other people argue, no, you don't know what you're talking about, blah, blah, blah. But no, there's only one reality that is Krishna and Krishna consciousness. That's real. Why? Because it's eternal. AI is not real because it's temporary. So therefore, there is Sat and Asat. Sat means what is eternal, and Asat means what is temporary. A devotee always engages with things that are eternal, Sat. And nonsense people always are engaged with things that are temporary, Asat. Therefore, they suffer unnecessarily. Let me ask you a question. Do you want eternal life in the spiritual world where there's no birth, death, old age, and disease? Or do you want to stay in the material world where there's always birth, death, old age, and disease? Raise your hand if you want to stay in the material world and experience always old age, disease, and death. No hands. Raise your hand if you want to go back to the spiritual world where there's eternal life and eternal bliss in the association of Radha and Krishna. Haribol. Two hands, yeah, that's it. Okay. All right, now we know what you really want. Okay? Most people don't know what they really want. They have never been really educated. Therefore, they are studying AI, artificial intelligence. But the devotee is studying real intelligence, RI. Are you real or are you fake? No. RI is real intelligence, Krishna consciousness, not AI, artificial intelligence. Okay? Whenever anyone says to you, I'm studying AI, you tell them, I'm studying RI. You say, what is that? It's a real intelligence. Haribol. Okay, any other questions or comments? See, now you start warming up when you ask questions, right? Now you learned something today. AI and RI. We are doing RI, not AI. Yes, sir. Yes. What happens? Yeah. You become intelligent. You learn to avoid sinful things. And you become happy because you know that by continual chanting, you're going to go back to Godhead in this lifetime. You don't know that if you avoid chanting. You're not even thinking of it. Most people take death out of their mind. They don't want to think about it, right? But we're not afraid of death because if we're always chanting Hare Krishna, this is our last time in the material world. So let it come on us because we're going to remember Krishna at the moment of death and go back to Godhead. So we're not afraid of death. We understand what it is. It is something that is temporary, but Krishna consciousness is eternal. Therefore, we should only engage with things that are eternal and not things that are temporary. Now, what's eternal? Krishna consciousness is eternal. The Vedic knowledge is eternal. The genuine Vaishnava acharyas are eternal. Huh? Your soul is eternal, yes. So we should deal with eternal things and we won't become morose or confused or in any way sad. We'll be very happy because we know that God is protecting us all the time. Krishna declares, Konteya pratijanihi name bhakta panasyati. Declare it boldly, Arjuna, that my devotees will never perish. This is an absolute promise of Krishna. So if this is the best, let's call it, it's the best promise that you will never die if you become Krishna conscious. You'll go back to the spiritual world that is eternal. But you will continue dying over and over again if you avoid Krishna consciousness and just engage in sense gratification, eating, sleeping, mating, and defending like animals. What differentiates a person from an animal? Well, everybody's eating, sleeping, mating, and defending. But someone who eats for Krishna, dances for Krishna, mates for Krishna, and in every way functions under the tutelage of bona fide guru to do everything correct in the service of Krishna, now you become a real person. You're no longer cheated by nonsense theories. You realize that the real theory is Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and I am the eternal servant of Krishna. If you just focus on those 2 points, you will never make a mistake in life. If you forget those 2 points, you'll make many mistakes in life. Any other questions anybody has? Any other? Okay. You got a question? Okay. Okay, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Another question about senses.
What?
Senses. We have
What?
eyes.
Wait a minute.
Senses.
Senses. Okay. Eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and skin.
We have eyes. We have vision. So eyes just pull vision. We have brain. We have mind. So looks like our thoughts located not in brain but in mind. And brain is a tool to connect to mind. Like eyes tool to connect to vision. So
What is your question?
question with a commentary. Many people think that they thoughts located in brains, in the, but actually thoughts located in mind, which is outside brain.
Well, look, you're complicating everything. You're trying to say that there's a brain and there's a mind, etc. But there is one thing, Krishna. If you're Krishna conscious, that eliminates all the unnecessary things in your life. You understand? You're trying to explain the difference between brain and mind, right? You could go on eternally talking about that. But if you are Krishna conscious, you don't talk about brain or mind. You talk about Krishna and love for Krishna. That's the real knowledge, how to love Krishna. That will stop all your problems in life. And when you love Krishna, you're not interested in anything else. Brain, mind, this, that. It's all a waste of time. You love Krishna, that means you have attained the real level of spiritual existence. Now, very few people know how to love. That's a real point. Because they love the body, they don't actually love the soul. Yeah, just like, most people simply love the body. That's a fact. But to love the soul, and in Krishna consciousness, we have soul-to-soul relationships. We don't have body-to-body relationships. There's a big difference between the two. So, soul-to-soul relationships are always dedicated to serving God with love and devotion. That's a soul-for-soul relationship. Krishna has an eternal soul. You have an eternal soul. That means that you've become a real person. But body-to-body relationships are not eternal, and they're not real. They come to an end. They are broken sometimes, and then you have to find another body to be connected to. But soul-to-soul relationships are never broken, and they lead you to eternal life. So we should learn to have soul-to-soul relationships. Anybody want to ask a question about what that is, if you don't understand what it is? A soul-to-soul relationship is when you know who Krishna is and how to love Krishna. That is a soul-to-soul relationship. Okay? Any other questions? Any other questions or comments? Somebody might have a comment also. In Krishna consciousness, we have soul-to-soul relationships. That means that between you and me, there is Krishna, always. Therefore, you can have a soul-to-soul relationship. But materialistic people, they have body-to-body relationship because they avoid Krishna. But this devotee puts Krishna in everything he does. Therefore, he has soul-to-soul relationships because Krishna is always with the devotee. So the person he has a relationship to also is Krishna conscious. He doesn't associate with unholy people. So therefore now there is three people. You, the person you love, and Krishna. When you have body-to-body relationship, you only have you and the other body, the other person. What's missing is Krishna. So it's not a real relationship. It's something temporary. So when you have a soul-to-soul relationship, there's you, there's the person that you love, and there's Krishna. Because both you and the person you love are Krishna conscious. That means there's three people now. You, the person you love, and Krishna. That is real spiritual life. Materialistic people only have two relationships because they're body-to-body relationships, one body and a second body. But devotees have spiritual relationships because there's three bodies. There's you, the person you love, and Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And both you and your lover both love Krishna. Now you have a real relationship that is eternal. Otherwise, all the other relationships are temporary. That means that they're never going to satisfy you. And that means that you're basically in ignorance. When you say to someone, I love you, well, that love is temporary because it's based on the body. Okay? But when you say to Krishna, I am your eternal servant, please, my Lord, always bless me to serve you with love and devotion, that's real love, that's real devotion, and now you're a real person. That's what we should aim for, being a real person. And when two real people get together, then you have a genuine loving relationship. It's based on serving Krishna with love and devotion. That's real. All the other I love yous are fake. They don't really love anybody. They just love people's bodies, that's all. It's body-to-body relationship. It's not soul-to-soul relationship. Does anyone want to say something against what I just said? Does anybody agree with what I said? Haribol, Haribol, Haribol. You didn't raise your hand, you didn't raise your hand. That means you don't agree. You went like that? Oh, okay. Your nose went like that, right? Any other questions? Any other questions that you may have? Don't be afraid. I don't bite until 10 o'clock at night. You got a question, right? I could see you're thinking about something. No? You're not thinking about it. Okay. That means you're brain dead. You don't want to be brain dead. Anybody else? Any of the ladies? Ladies should ask questions. Go ahead. Don't be afraid. Okay, this is a real lady here. Okay. Hare Krishna. Give her the microphone. Hare Krishna. It's not on. Oh, okay. Yeah. Now, wait a minute. If you say it's made me humble, do you argue with your husband? Because if you do, you're not really humble. How are you working on that? Okay, good. Okay, go ahead. What is the new perspective? Krishna consciousness? Okay.
But what I'm noticing is over there humbleness doesn't necessarily work all the time, and it is. I always have to. I'm immediately self-reflecting. Like, should I pick and choose which moments should I be humble versus not? So those are some things that I've been thinking through in the recent past.
Now, see, a real, let's say, good leader knows how to make people happy, avoids insulting people, and always educates people. Obviously, if you're a leader in any way, you have to educate people, right? And be kind and gentle and patient. But there are some people who misbehave. So, you see, when you're in a business, you can fire people very easily. When you have a family, you can't fire anyone. So, you can fire those people that don't listen carefully to what you're saying or telling them to do. So in business, it's more, let's say, based on cutthroat behavior, right? But when you have a family, you can't fire anybody. You know, I mean, you might try, but it doesn't really work well. So you have to be very humble, right? In business, you can be more, let's say, more mean, right? You can tell someone, just like Trump, you're fired, right? So therefore, there's an element of fear, you know. But as a good, let's say, leader, you should help people to attain real, let's say, real, let's say, expertise in what they're doing. And if they're not capable of doing that, then you can fire them. So a person who's just faking doesn't really, produce good results. Well, you might help them to for a certain time, but when you see they're not able to actually understand correctly what to do, then you have to fire them. But when you have a family, you can't fire anybody. So you have to be very careful to instruct your family members with love and devotion. Because if you fire them, you're firing a part of you. They are your family members, right? So you have to be very careful with family members. When you're a CEO of a company, well, you don't have that same imperative that you can't fire anyone, right? So we have to be very careful with our family members, especially husband and wife relationship. It should always be very gentle, happy, no violence, no arguing. Why? Because that way your children will grow up to be happy people, because they grew up in a happy family. That's very important. Therefore, they don't have any anxiety. But when a child grows up in an unhappy family, the child has a lot of anxiety. It affects them psychologically, because mother and father are arguing, or they're getting a divorce, or things like that. The real person that suffers is not the husband or wife, it's the child that suffers. So if you're very selfish, then you will have divorce. If you're not selfish, then you'll just tolerate situations in order that the child is not impacted by separation of mother and father. Now, some people will say, well, what if my husband drinks liquor, is not interested in Krishna consciousness, he's a nonsense person. Well, why did you marry such a person in the first place, right? So you have to make the best of a bad bargain in life. Make the best of a bad bargain. So if you want to know more about that, you can ask me. But generally, in any relationship, you have to have a lot of tolerance, not jump right away and get into an argument. It's very bad. Hare Krishna. Any other questions? Okay. No questions, of course, no answers. So and it's 9 o'clock. Uh-oh. Cinderella has to go back home. So, thank you very much, my dear devotees. Please chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Always chant Hare Krishna, never forget Hare Krishna, and follow 2 rules. Always remember Krishna, never forget Krishna. This way you have no problems. Okay, thank you. Chant Hare Krishna and be happy. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama